Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJL Network presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. The 1983 postseason is on the air. We are back here at Veterans Stadium. This is Game 2 of the National League Championship Series between the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Philadelphia Phillies. The Dodgers lead this series 1-0. I think this is a must-win game for the Phillies to tie this series up and head back for Dodger Stadium for games 3, 4, and 5. Of course, this series is done by Inside Pitch, and we all know that Inside Pitch can be surprising as anything else. So the Dodgers took the home field in Game 1. Can they make it even tougher for the Phillies in Game 2? Remember, the Dodgers and the Phillies did play historically in the 1983 NLCS. That was a best of 5. This is a best of 7 here on the network. So hopefully we can settle in and enjoy some exciting baseball. David Vega and Ben Witz are first to join us here at Veterans Stadium. We got a heck of a pitching matchup tonight. Very excited for this one. This should be great. This should be fun. Let's get things started. Starting pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies, the man himself, Hall of Famer, Steve Carlton, lefty, one of the greatest of all time. I'm pretty sure none of you will object to that. Carlton, however, is 0-1 for the postseason, so he already has a loss. So Carlton's got to bounce back in this game against the Dodgers. So we are set and ready to go as Brian B. now joins us here at Veterans Stadium. In 1983, Veterans Stadium, neutral but did favor pitchers. 122 home runs were hit there, adds 3 to strikeouts and add 1 to walks. Yes, Valenzuela versus Carlton, I'm sure you'd buy a ticket for that, definitely. So everyone is set and ready to go. Let's go to the top of the first. Leading off for the Dodgers, second baseman Steve Sax. He's batting .320 for the postseason. We're going to use powder blue, white, and red dice. Philadelphia is the home team. Once again, not an empty seat here at the Vet. Nothing like playing on turf-covered concrete. This stadium has ruined many a career, for not just the Phillies and the Eagles, but for both teams. Let's see what happens tonight. Carlton, 4-4, hit by pitch, no. Sax, a 1-1, and that's a ground out to third base. That'll be handled by Schmidt, and he will throw it over for the out. Next batter is the center fielder, Kenny Landreau. He's batting .440 for the postseason. He does have a home run. He hit a cycle in the wild card playoff game against the Padres. Carlton, 2-6, walk plus 10, and yeah, that's going to walk him. Landreau actually walked worse more against lefty, and he's going to trot to first. First walk given up by lefty. He only had 74 of them in 83. Here's the left fielder, Dusty Baker. He's batting .360 for the playoffs. Landreau had 30 steals, and he is not getting any here. Let's see, does Baker get the hit and run? No, he'll swing. Pitch from lefty, 1-4. That's another walk plus 10. And now runners at first and second. So right now, lefty's showing not much control here at the moment. And the Dodgers have a good chance to maybe get some runs. Next batter is the third baseman, the original beast mode, Pedro Guerrero. He's batting .280 for the playoffs. He's got 2 home runs. Landreau on at second, Baker on at first. They'll stay put. Lefty, 6-6, strikeout. And yep, he'll get him. Called strike 3 on Guerrero. First strikeout for lefty. He had 275 of them in 83. And now here's the first baseman, Greg Brock. Brock is only batting .143 for the postseason, pretty much under his average. Strategy roll, nothing on the 17. Pitch from lefty, 5-4. It's a blank. Brock, 5-4. And that is a ground out to short. That'll be handled by Ivan De Jesus. He'll take his time, toss it over, and retire the side. Nothing across except a couple of walks. Dodgers waste an early opportunity, I think. But we'll go to the bottom of the first. Starting pitcher for the Los Angeles Dodgers, their number 2 starter, Fernando Valenzuela, Fernando Mania himself. He has one no decision. His record is 0-1 for the postseason. He got a no decision in his first start. Some people think I really don't think Fernando Valenzuela belongs in the Hall of Fame, but I have no problem putting him in the Hall of the Very Good. Absolutely. Leading off for the Phillies will be the right fielder, Von Hayes. He is 4 for 18 for the playoffs. Valenzuela will pitch. And 2-5, that's a blank. Hayes, 6-3, ground out to second base. Sachs will go ahead and get that and toss it over for the out. Here's the first baseman, Charlie Hustle himself, Pete Rose, Hall of Famer. No. One of the greatest of all time. Yes, and belongs in the Hall of Fame, no doubt. Rose is 8 for 19 for the postseason. He's actually the leading hitter for the Phillies. He only batted .245 in 83. He's 8 for 19. He's the leading hitter. Pitch from Fernando. 2-4, strikeout 9. That's going to miss. Rose, 3-5, and it's a base hit. Rose hits a single past short. Rose will get that single. And here comes the second baseman, Joe Morgan, Hall of Famer. Absolutely. He's struggling, though, 2 for 19 for the playoffs. Rose on at first. Strategy, Rose will stay put. Fernando, 3-2, it's a blank. Morgan, 5-4, base hit, center field. Rose, base runner 2. A single to center, -1. So Rose will get to third on a 1. And it's a 6. Rose coming around second. He's trying for third. Let's see. That's hit to center field. Center fielder is Landro. He has a +1 arm. A 1-3, there'll be a play at third. It's a 5. Rose puts on the brakes and heads back to second. So he'll stay there, but it is a base hit for Morgan. And now runners at first and second for that guy, Michael Jack Schmidt. Third baseman, and of course, I don't care what anybody says, he's the best third baseman in baseball history. He's 3 for 15 for the postseason. He's the only one on the Phillies who has a home run in this postseason. Rose on at second, Morgan on at first, and nothing on the 8. Rose will stay where he is. Fernando, 1-1, range play. Schmidt, 6-4, and that is a ground ball to third. That ball is hit to Guerrero. His range was, His range is a 2. It's going to get by him for a base hit past third. Rose does not really have the speed to hold at third, and the bases are full of Phillies. 3 straight singles. And now here's the left fielder, Gary Matthews. He's batting 5 for 18 for the playoffs. Infield is going to play back. They're going to try to turn the double play. It's early in the game. So Fernando will pitch to Matthews, strategy roll, and nothing on the 11. Pitch from Fernando. Valenzuela, 6-1 against a righty. It's a blank. Matthews, 1-1. That's a ground ball to short. 2-2-3. Second base pivot Sachs, -1. A 1-2, they get it. No, the only play they had was the first. So Rose will score. Morgan moves to third. Schmidt moves to second. The throw goes to first for the out. But it's 1-0 Phillies on the fielder's choice. So they make sure they get the shore out at first. And now runners at second and third. Here comes the center fielder, Gary Maddox. He's 3 for 17 for the postseason. 2/3 of the earth is covered by water. The other third is covered by Gary Maddox. 2 outs, 1-0 Phils. Strategy, nothing on the 15. Pitch from Fernando. And 5-2. Wild pitch. No, the 20 is too high. Blank. Maddox, 6-4. And it's a ground out to short. That'll be handled by Bill Russell. He'll take his time and toss it over and retire the side. 1 run on 3 hits. Phillies had bases loaded. They were lucky pretty much to get the 1 run. It's 1-0 Phillies after 1. Phillies trying to tie this series up before heading back to Dodger Stadium as we go to the top of the second. Leading off for the Dodgers, right fielder Mike Marshall. He is .261 for the playoffs. He does have a home run. Lefty will pitch, and 3-1 strikeout. Got him. He gets Marshall, and that's the second strikeout for Carlton. Here's the catcher, Steve Yeager. Yeager overachieving. He's also batting .261 for the postseason. His batting average in 83 was .203. Lefty will deal, and 4-6 error on a throw. Yeager, 3-4. That's a power hit to left field. That's a 19, and wow, he's just going to miss a homer. That's going to stay up there, allow Matthews to get to it, and he'll make the catch out number 2. The wind must have been blowing in a little bit. A 12 to 17 would have been a home run, but he just missed it, and it held it up, allowing Matthews to get to it. 2 down. Here's the shortstop, Bill Russell. He's batting .218 for the playoffs. Pitch from lefty, 5-4. That's a blank. Russell, 3-6. Ground out to third base. Easy play for Schmitty, and he'll take his time, toss it over, and retire the side. 1, 2, 3. Go the Dodgers. We go to the bottom of the second. Leading off for the Phillies will be the catcher, Bo Diaz. He is 3 for 17 for the playoffs. Pitch from Fernando, and 1-1 range play. Diaz, 3-2 against the lefty. Ground ball to third. Range play for Guerrero. His range is a 2. He's got it. Nice play by Guerrero. He'll get up and throw it over to first for the out. Guerrero makes a heck of a play there at third. And now the shortstop, Ivan De Jesus. He's 4 for 16 for the playoffs. Valenzuela will pitch. And 1-5. Strikeout. Got him. That 4 will get him. That's going to be the first strikeout for Fernando Mania. He had 189 of them in 83. And now the pitcher, Steve Carlton. He can hit the ball, a 196 average in RBI. 190, anything, in my opinion, anything above 150 for a pitcher back in the day wasn't too bad. Valenzuela will pitch, and 6-1. And against the lefty, it's a base hit. Carlton sends it right past Valenzuela and into the outfield. Carlton will get a single. He'll hold it first. Carlton goes ahead and says, DH? I don't need no stinking DH. As Ben Witz will say, pitchers that hit are sexy. Here comes Hayes. Hayes is 0 for 1. I'm pretty sure Ben Witz will agree with me on that. Carlton on at first. Strategy roll. He ain't going anywhere. Valenzuela will deal. Valenzuela, 6-6. It's a blank. Hayes, 4-5. Base hit right past short. Carlton is mud. He'll hold at second base easily, but the inning continues. Hayes gets his first hit of the ball game. And here comes Charlie Hustle. Rose got a single his first time up. Phillies need to win this game to tie this series up before heading back to Chavez Ravine. Strategy, nothing on the 4. Fernando will deal. Pitch, 4-4. Strikeout 6. Cold strike 3 on Rose, and the inning is over. Holy cow, Rose doesn't like the call, but he's going to have to accept it. No runs on 2 hits for the Phillies as Valenzuela gets Rose out. Still 1-0 in favor of the fighting Phils. We go to the top of the third. Leading off for the Dodgers will be the pitcher, Fernando Valenzuela. He can hit 2, a 187 average, 9 RBIs. And he did have a bomb that year. Pitch from Carlton. 6-1. Home run chance. Lefty, 1-5. The 3 is good. Against the lefty. Valenzuela needs a 5. Does Fernando tie this game up? No. 3-1, and instead he hits a very hard line drive right to second. Pow! But Morgan makes the play, 1 out. Fernando thought he had it, but he just got it. It just made a very bad, bat was probably flat with the ground. That's probably lined it out. Here's Sachs. Sachs is 0 for 1. Lefty will pitch. And 6-5, possible error. Sachs, 6-4, ground ball to third. That ball is hit to Schmidt. His error rating is a 9. That's a 20. Schmidt's got it, and he'll throw it over for out number 2. 2 away. Here's Landro. Landro walked his first time up. Pitch from lefty. And 3-1, strikeout 12, that high. Landro, 6-1, ground ball to second base. Morgan will get to that, and he'll toss it over and retire the side. 1, 2, 3, go the Dodgers. We go to the bottom of the third. Leading off for the Phillies will be Joe Morgan. Morgan got a base hit his first time up. 1-0 Phillies. Dodgers lead the NLCS 1-0. Fernando, 5-4, range play. Morgan, 3-5, fly ball center field. Landro's got to get to it. His range is a 3. He'll make the catch on the run. 1 out. Nice play by Landro to take a hit away from Morgan. Here's Schmitty. He got a single his first time up. Schmidt, they'll go ahead and deal. Valenzuela, 4-2. That's going to be an automatic out. And it will be a grounder to second base. Once again, a play by Sachs. And Sachs will get that and throw it over for out number 2. Valenzuela's not tired, so that becomes an automatic out. The new rule that Curtis really doesn't like that decided to put in the new cards, and I decided to put them on for the season, all the past seasons. Here's Matthews. Matthews is 0 for 1. Valenzuela will pitch. And 4-4. Strikeout 12. Called strike 3 on Matthews. The inning is over. Third strikeout for Fernando Valenzuela. And 1, 2, 3 go the Phillies. 1-0 after 3. REO speed, you catch it on the run, baby. Well, you take it on. Yeah, REO Speedwagon, sort of. We go to the top of the fourth. Dusty Baker leads off for the Dodgers. He walked his first time up. Lefty will pitch. And 2-6. A walk plus 10. Easy ball 4. And Baker trots to first. Third walk given up by lefty. And now here's Guerrero. Guerrero's 0 for 1. Baker had 7 steals. And he is not going anywhere. Lefty. Yeah, I'm working with you there, Ben. Pitch from lefty. 6-6. Strikeout 14. Got him. He gets Guerrero. And that's going to be the third K for lefty. 1 down. Here comes Brock. Brock is 0 for 1. Carlton will pitch to Brock. Strategy roll first. Baker he'll stay where he is. Pitch from lefty. Carlton, 2-6. Another walk plus 10. And that's ball 4. I don't know what's up with lefty tonight, but he is hitting all the walk hits. And Brock is now walked, and now runners at first and second with 1 out. Here comes Marshall. Marshall is 0 for 1. Baker on at second, Brock on at first. Strategy, that's a 20. Carlton turns around, fires to get Baker, and he got him, picked him off. Carlton's pickoff 7-17. That's a 13. He gets Baker at second base, 2 down. Baker not paying attention to lefty. Very good at picking off runners. And now 2 away. As XSG2 joins us here at Veterans Stadium. So now Marshall will bat with a runner on first instead of first and second. Strategy, nothing on the 10. Lefty will pitch. Lefty, 6-4. Range play. Marshall, 5-1. It's a fly ball to left field. Going after that is Gary Matthews. He was, his range is a 2. And he's got it. He makes the catch and retires the side. No runs, no hits. There were a couple of walks and a pickoff, and that is it. We go to the bottom of the fourth, 1-0 Phils. No Baines, no Yankees, no chance. Bottom of the fourth inning, Gary Maddox leads off. He's 0 for 1. Valenzuela will pitch. 2-3, strikeout 9, and that just missed. Maddox, 6-5, base hit, hits one right past first. Phillies get a base runner. And now here's Diaz. Diaz is 0 for 1. Maddox had 7 steals, and Maddox ain't going anywhere. Pitch from Fernando. 1-5, strikeout 10, that's high. Diaz, a 6-2, it's a ground out to short. 2-2-3. Second base pivot, sacks -1. So a 1-2, it's a double play. No, Maddox will be thrown out at second. Diaz will take first. That's the first out. Fielder's choice. Here's De Jesus. He's 0 for 1. Diaz had 1 steal that year. He's not getting one here. Fernando Mania, 6-5 against a righty. Strikeout +10. Got him. That's strikeout number 4 for Valenzuela, 2 away. Here's Lefty. Lefty got a base hit his first time up. Diaz on it first. Stays there. Fernando, 6-6. It's a blank. Carlton, 3-6. And that's ground out to short. Russell will take care of that. And he is going to throw to second to get Diaz because he's mud. And the inning is over. No runs and a hit for the Phillies. Still 1-0 after 4. Another pitcher's duel. Another pitcher's duel here in this here on the network. We go to the 5th. Leading off for the Dodgers will be Steve Yeager. He is 0 for 1. Lefty will pitch. Lefty, 6-4, range play. Yeager, 3-6 against the lefty. It's a ground ball to third. That's a shot for Schmidt. Schmidt going after it. His range is a 4. And he can't get it. And that's going to be a single for Yeager. That's the first hit for the Dodgers in the ball game. So a base hit for Yeager. They get on the board. And here comes Russell. Russell is 0 for 1. Yeager did have a steal. He's going to stay put. Lefty, 5-5, strikeout, no. Russell, 6-3, and it's a single right past third. That'll be a base hit. Yeager will hold it second. He does not have the speed to get there. So now 2 base hits to start the inning, and here comes Fernando. Fernando, not that great a bunter. Let's see what the strategy roll says. And it does come up with a bunt. He can hit, though, but he does ground him a lot of double plays. I'm going to call a bunt. So we're going to call a bunt here for Fernando Valenzuela. So, Carlton, 4-5 against the lefty. It's a blank. Fernando lays down the bunt, and that is bunted right to the first baseman. That's a 16. Valenzuela's bunt attempt will become a 2. And that is going to be lead runner thrown out, batter safe at first. So Yeager is thrown out at third. Valenzuela will take over. That's 1 out. So the bunt does not work in that situation. And the runner, and he is thrown out at third base. So now runners at first and second on the fielder's choice, is that what we're going to call it. And now the batter is Sachs. That's an odd combo, bunted to first and thrown across the diamond. Yeah, but that's what it says. Lead runner thrown out, batter safe at first. That's how I'm going to call it. So Russell probably was hit so hard. And remember, it's a force play. All they got to do is throw to third. Russell on at second. Fernando on at first. 1 out now. Pitch from lefty. Strategy roll, I should say. I'll keep the 8. Nothing happening. Lefty. 6-5. Possible error. Sacks. 6-6. And it's a base hit into right field. That'll be a single. Right fielder is Hayes. His error rating is a 3. That's a 2. And he's going to make an error out of there. It's going to be a single plus an error. So that means Russell automatically scores. Valenzuela will take third, and Sachs, does he take second? Yes, he does. It's a single and an error. This game is tied at 1. Stadium groans. So that's a base hit for Sachs, and it's going to be an E9 on Hayes. And that's the first error on the Phillies. We're tied at 1. So now runners at second and third, now tied at 1. And now the batter is Landro. Now the infield's going to play in. Big error on Von Hayes to allow that to happen. So now runners at second and third, 1 out. Lefty can't believe the error. Jeremy Brooks and Jimmy Jam joins us here at Veterans Stadium. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 19. Lefty will pitch. Lefty, 4-6. Error on a throw. Landro, 2-6. That's a fly ball to center field. Now that's going to be caught by Maddox. That's out number 2. Landro, a sacrifice fly of 2. Hit to center, +2 is a 4. Does it score Valenzuela? No, it doesn't. Now, Valenzuela has a base running rating of 1. And center fielder Maddox a +2. A 1-3. Does Valenzuela score? No, it's a 6. Now, there's gonna be a throw. There might be a throw. So the center fielder Maddox is a +2 arm. So a 1 or a 2, there'll be a play. No, Valenzuela will go back. But now we're going to see if there's a throwing error because Valenzuela drew the throw. Maddox's error rating is a 4. If he makes an error, runners will move. Valenzuela scores and Sachs goes to third. He does not make an error. 2 outs. So a fly out to center field could not bring in the run. And it's now 2 outs. Or is that the final out? Actually, that's the final out. Let's see. Yeager. Yeager was picked off. Russell scored. Then a fielder's choice. So that's the final out. That's the final out, I think. Yeager, dang. Yeager got a single, then was picked off. Russell got a base hit, and then the pitcher grounded a fielder's choice. That's out number 2. Then Sachs got a single and an error, and Landro just flies out. That's the inning. No, that's it. That is it. So that's the final out of the inning. Didn't even have to do all that. But 1 run on 3 hits, 1 error. And the Phillies have tied this game up 1-1. I guess that's what happens sometimes you don't pay attention. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Leading off for the Phillies will be Von Hayes. He is 1 for 2. Valenzuela will pitch. And 1-5. And strikeout 12. Called strike 3 on Hayes. Got him. That's the 5th strikeout for Fernando Mania. 1 down. Here comes Rose. Rose is 1 for 2. Fernando will go ahead and pitch. And 1-4. Strikeout 8. That missed. Rose. 5-2. Base hit against the lefty. Rose will get a single. He continues to hit well in this postseason. That's his 2nd hit of the game. That's his 10th hit of the playoffs. Here's Morgan. Morgan is 1 for 2. Tied at 1 now. Bottom of the 5th. Valenzuela looking in. Morgan sets up. Strategy. Nothing on the 3. Rose will stay where he is. Fernando will pitch. 4-2. That again, he is not tired. That's going to be an automatic out. And it will be a ground out to second base. 3-3-4. Shortstop pivot. Russell -1 is a 3. They turn it. Side retired. 4-6-3 double play. No runs and a hit. And after 5, we're tied at 1. We go to the top of the 6th. Lefty gets back on the mound. And here's Dusty Baker. Baker's walked twice. Lefty will go ahead and pitch. Lefty, 6-1. Home run chance. But against the righty, he needs a 1. It's not happening. Baker, 6-5. He hits one into left field. Matthews going back to the track. But he's going to have plenty of room. He'll bring it down. Here's Guerrero. Guerrero is 0 for 2. Struck out twice. Lefty will pitch. Lefty, 4-3. He's not tired. That's going to be an automatic out. And it will be a ground out to short. Handled by De Jesus. And he'll throw it over for out number 2. Next batter is Brock. Brock is 0 for 1 with a walk. Carlton, he will go ahead and pitch. And 2-4. That's a blank. Brock, a 6-4. Fly ball to right. Von Hayes will get to it. And he'll make the catch and retire the side. 1-2-3 go the Dodgers. We have another pitcher's duel going on here between these two. We now go to the bottom of the 6th. Combined ERA of these guys is 6.8. Michael Jack Schmidt leads off. He is 1 for 2. Bottom of the 6th, tied at 1. Dodgers lead this NLCS 1-0. Fernando will pitch. 6-2. Error on a throw. Schmidt, 3-5. And nope, that's going to be a fly ball to left. Dusty Baker will get to it. And that's out number 1. Next batter is Matthews. Matthews is 0 for 2. We got a pitching matchup. We got a game right now between Valenzuela and Carlton. You kind of figure this would be the kind of game you get with these two guys on the mound. Fernando, 2-6. It's a blank. Matthews, 2-4. Base hit into left field. Matthews will get on base. First hit of the game for him. Here's Maddox. Maddox is 1 for 2 with a single. Matthews had 13 steals, and he stays put. Fernando, 1-5, strikeout 4, cold strike 3 on Maddox. And that's going to be strikeout number 6 for Fernando, 2 away. And now here's Diaz. Diaz is 0 for 2. Matthews on it first. He actually gets the steal sign. 12-0. And Yeager, a -2 would be a 10. Now let Diaz swing. Fernando will pitch. Fernando, 5-3. Error on a grounder. Diaz, 4-1. That is a ground ball. It's a ground ball to short. It's hit to Russell. Russell's error rating is a 9. That's a 6, and that's going to be an error. Russell tried to pick it up, but it looks like it slipped out of his hands, and everybody's safe. That's going to be an E6. It's the first error on the Dodgers in the ball game. And now here's DeJesus. He's 0 for 2. Each team now with an error. Remember, the Phillies had 4 errors in the first game of this series. Matthews on at second. Diaz on at first. Valenzuela, strategy roll. That's a 2. Nothing happening there. Fernando will deal. Fernando, 6-2. Error on a throw. DeJesus, 5-4. Nope, that's going to be a fly out to center. And Kenny Landreau will get to it, and he'll put it away and retire the side. No runs, 1 hit. There was an error, but the Phillies weren't able to do anything with it. Rapidly moving ball game. We're already in the 7th inning, 35 minutes into the stream. The one thing about playing these playoff games so far, my streams do not last as long as the regular season does. The regular season usually uses some pitchers and players that were either very good or not that good. Number 2, there's also no 10-minute ticker during the postseason. We go to the top of the 7th. Mike Marshall leads off. He's 0 for 2. Carlton pitching, both pitchers pitching a gem. Carlton's given up 1 run on 3 hits. Valenzuela 1 run on 8 hits. Carlton will pitch. 6-1. Home run chance, but the 17 is high. Marshall, 1-2, and it's grounded to third. Schmitty will get that, and he'll take it over, out number 1. Here's Yeager. Yeager is 1 for 2. Carlton will pitch. No, I hope not, Brian B. It's a school night. Lefty, 2-2, blank. Yeager, 5-4, ground out to short. DeJesus will get to that, and that's out number 2. Here's Russell. Russell is 1 for 2. Lefty, he will pitch. 6-4, range play. Russell, 5-1, ground ball to shortstop again. DeJesus is going after it. His range is a 2. It's a base hit. DeJesus will not be able to get there. And a single for Russell. That'll bring up the pitcher, Valenzuela. Question is, are you going to let him hit here? We're in the 7th inning. Valenzuela can pitch to 31 batters. And Carlton can pitch to 32. Do you let Fernando bat here? Or do you bring in a pinch hitter? You're in the 7th inning. I don't know. Valenzuela's not tired yet, though. He can hit the ball, but runner on base. Do you want to go to the bullpen now? World's Worst Gamer joins us here at Veterans Stadium. What do we do here? If they were down to a pinch hit but tied, yeah. Ben Wood says they let him hit. Carlton will pitch. 4-5 against the lefty. It's a blank. Fernando, 6-2, and it's a ground out to short. That'll be handled there by Maddox, and the throw will go to first and retire the side. No runs in a hit for the Dodgers, and that's not a bad call. I probably would have done the same thing. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. So far this postseason, we've had a lot of low-scoring games so far in this LCS round, and we may see another one tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, back to Fall Classic and back to Comiskey Park. Game 2 of the American League Championship Series between the Detroit Tigers and the Chicago White Sox. The White Sox lead that series 1-0. Glenn Abbott will be going for the Tigers, and Floyd Bannister will be going for the White Sox. That will be tomorrow night's game here on the network as we continue moving through the LCS round of this postseason. Tigers and White Sox, ALCS Game 2. That's tomorrow night on the network in Fall Classic. As Miroslav Malechko joins us here at Veterans Stadium. Bottom of the 7th, this game is tied at 1. Fernando will go ahead and pitch. Steve Carlton is the leadoff batter. And, do I let him bat? Do I let Carlton bat? I don't think so. I think, Carlton still has a few bat left in the tank, but this is the bottom of the 7th. Do you take Carlton out and bring in a pinch hitter for this? He's the leadoff batter. I think you'll probably do. What do the guys in the chat think here? Carlton could still pitch to 5 more batters before he tires, but you're in the bottom of the 7th. You're the Phillies. You need to win this game. You can't go back to Dodger Stadium down 0-2. I think you take Carlton out. I think it's going to be it. Phillies are going to go ahead. Well, let's decide. I'm not sure. Let's let the decider die. Decider die will decide. Yes, he come. You don't pull them until the 8th. That's what I'm thinking there, too. So in other words, World's Worst Gamer says I should keep him in. You know what? We'll go with World's Worst Gamer says. He was the first one to call it, so Carlton will bat. Carlton is 1 for 2, though. He does have a base hit. Dwayne Martz joins us here at Veterans Stadium. Well, Dwayne Martz says take him out, but World's Worst Gamer, though, made the first call. So we'll go with World's First Gamer. As Laheem21 joins us here at Veterans Stadium. I think it's the first time I've seen you here. Is it Laheem or Laheim? Valenzuela, for World's Worst Gamer says keep him in there. Fernando, 2-5. It's a blank. Lefty, 3-4. And guess what? World's Worst Gamer hit it right on the mark. 3-4. That's going to be a double for Steve Carlton. Carlton will go ahead and get a double, and the Phillies have the go-ahead run at second base. You just don't see managing like this on that other channel with the fluffy cat. Just don't see managing like this, especially from the chat. I got the best chat in the universe. Carlton on at second. Looks like leaving him in was the choice. Here comes Hayes. Hayes is 1 for 3 with a single. And so second one, Laheim. Okay. Good to have you here, Laheim. Welcome here. So Carlton on at second. Strategy roll. And nothing on the 6th. Valenzuela will pitch to Hayes. Fernando, 6-5 against the lefty. It's a blank. Hayes, 6-3. And it's a ground ball to second base. That'll get picked up by Sachs. Throw goes to first. Carlton automatically goes to third. But now the go-ahead run is 90 feet away. And now here's Charlie Hustle. Infield is in. Are you going to pinch run for him? No. Not quite yet. If you're leaving him to bat, you're going to let him pitch one more inning. Because if I was going to pinch run for him, I would have brought in another batter. So I'm going to say no on that. Valenzuela will pitch to Rose. Infield is in. Strategy roll, nothing on the 13. Fernando will pitch. Fernando, 6-5 against the switch right. Strikeout plus 10 and got him. What a strikeout by Fernando. He got Rose. Strikeout number 7. Valenzuela had to reach back for a little extra on that. That was a strikeout plus 10 against the switch right. Rose hitting from the right side. So now 2 away. Here comes Morgan. Morgan is 1 for 3. 2 outs, infield back now. Fernando trying to get out of the inning. Carlton on at third, 1-1 tie, bottom of the 7th. Dodgers lead this series 1-0. Strategy roll still on, and nothing on the 7. Lefty stays at third. Fernando will pitch. 4-6. That's a walk plus 10. It's ball 4. So he walks Morgan. And that is, believe it or not, that is only the first walk given up by Fernando Valenzuela. At 89 of them in 83. But now that brings up this guy. Schmidt is 1 for 3. This is who you want in this situation. Fans here are ready to go. Think you take out Fernando. He's not tired yet. He will be tired after Schmidt. I don't think I take him out yet. Fernando's actually pitching very well. But I'm going to let him stay in there. Carlton on his third. Morgan on at first. 2 outs. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 7. Schmidt, the batter. This is the guy who you wind up if you're a Phillies fan. Fernando will deal. 3-1. It's a blank. Schmidt. 4-1. And it's a ground ball to short. That'll get picked up by Russell. He's got it. Throws to second to get Morgan. And the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, and a walk. A big chance for the Phillies goes by the board. Tied at 1 after 7. Fernando says no fear. Greg Brooking joins us here at Veterans Stadium. Good to see you here. Did I play the entire season? Modified, a condensed version of the season there, Greg. Utilizing FastScore Baseball as the background. 1 game per 3 days of baseball, including All-Star game. If you want to check how I do it, just go to the first game in the playlist of this 83 season. I explain it completely. We go to the top of the 8th, tied at 1. Lefty can pitch to 5 more batters. Steve Sachs leads off for the Dodgers. He's 1 for 3. Tied at 1, top of the 8th. Dodgers lead this NLCS 1-0. Lefty will pitch. And 5-6, strikeout, got him. Lefty still dealing the heat on that, and that is going to be, let's see, that is strikeout number 4 for Lefty. Only his 4th K, but that's out number 1. Here's Landro. Landro is 0 for 2 with a walk. Landro sets in the batter's box. Carlton with the pitch. Carlton, 3-4, error on a grounder. Landro, 5-6. Nope, that's going to be popped up to first base. Charlie Hustle's going to make the play in foul territory, out number 2. And now Baker. Baker is 0 for 1, but he's walked twice. Lefty will pitch. Lefty, 6-5, possible error. Baker, 4-3. It's a ground ball to short. That's an error chance for DeJesus. His error rating is an 8. That's a 14. He's got it. Throws to first, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3, go the Dodgers. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Fernando Valenzuela coming out this time. He is tired, and we will see a new pitcher for the Dodgers. And in this situation, they'll go with the guy they had before. It will be Tom Niedenfuhr. 8 wins, 3 losses, 11 saves, 1.90. Niedenfuhr has 2 saves, 1 hold, and 1 win in this postseason. So right now, Valenzuela is going to lead with the no decision. And that's his 2nd no decision this postseason. It's going to be 0-2. So Tom Niedenfuhr will come on to pitch. And leading off for the Phillies will be Gary Matthews. He is 1 for 3. Tied at 1, bottom of the 8th. Phillies trying to get this series tied before going to Dodger Stadium for 3, 4, and 5. Niedenfuhr will pitch. Niedenfuhr, 5-3 against the righty. It's a blank. Matthews, 5-2. Hits one into right field, but it'll stay up there. Fly out to right. Mike Marshall's got it. Here's Maddox. Maddox is 1 for 3. He's got a single. Niedenfuhr will pitch. Niedenfuhr, 2-6 against a righty. Walk, 17 is high. Maddox, 4-5. That's a fly out to right as well. Marshall will get to that. And that's 2 down. Here comes Diaz. Diaz is 0 for 3, but reached on an error. Niedenfuhr coming on to pitch in place of Valenzuela. Niedenfuhr will deal. And 1-2 against the righty. Strikeout plus 10. Cold strike 3 on Diaz, and the inning is over. Diaz should have probably swung at that, but that was a perfect pitch by Niedenfuer. Becomes a 17 plus 3 is a 20. That's a 19, and he got him. 1, 2, 3, go the Phillies. Still tied at 1 after 8. But will we see some ninth inning magic? Top of the ninth first. Pedro Guerrero leads off for the Dodgers. He's 0 for 3. Carlton is not tired yet. Guerrero does hit lefties a little better, at least in overall average. I think, and Carlton due to bat second in the bottom of the ninth inning. I think you bring in a pitcher. I think you're done with Carlton. I think he did. I don't know. What do you guys in the chat think? Do we let Carlton pitch or do we yank him and bring in a reliever? What do you think here? What do the chat thinks here? Do we let him? Carlton can pitch to 2 more batters before he's fatigued. So what do we think here? Although Guerrero does do a little better. Who would it be? Oh, I would give him till the first runner. It would be Al Holland. I'd probably have Holland pitch. But Ben Witt says give him the first runner. We'll do that. Lefty will go ahead and pitch. Lefty, 5-6, strikeout 12. Oh, yeah, swing and a miss, struck him out. 5th strikeout for Guerrero, for Carlton, and Guerrero has the hat trick. Here's Brock. Brock is 0 for 2 with a walk. Carlton will go ahead and pitch to Brock. Carlton, 4-6, error on a throw. Brock, 6-5. That's a ground ball to third. That ball is hit to Schmidt. His error rating is a 9. That's an 18. He won't make an error. What he is going to do is make the play, and that's out number 2. Carlton is now tired. They're going to let him pitch. Mike Marshall, the batter. Marshall is 0 for 3. Thomas Bartlett joins us here at Veterans Stadium. Game 2 of this NLCS. It's a best of 7, not a best of 5 like it historically was. Dodgers lead 1-0. Tied at 1. Series going to Dodger Stadium for 3, 4, and 5. Lefty is now tired. He'll pitch to Marshall. Marshall is 0 for 3. Pitch from Carlton. 4-1. Strikeout. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. The inning is over. 1, 2, 3, go the Dodgers, and Lefty has done everything he could. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Niedenfuer can pitch to 3 more batters before he tires. Leading off for the Phillies will be Ivan De Jesus. He is 0 for 3. Bottom of the 9th. Tied at 1. Another good pitcher's duel here in the NLCS for 1983. Niedenfuer will pitch. 4-4. That's an automatic out. And it'll be a fly out to right. Getting under that will be Marshall. And he makes the catch for out number 1. Pinch hitter coming in for Carlton. He is done. He did everything he could. And he's going to leave. Right now, he can still leave with the win. But it depends what happens here. Coming on to pinch hit for the Phillies is going to be Greg Gross. 302 average, 29 RBIs. Greg Gross will pinch hit here against Niedenfuer. 1 out, bottom of the 9th. Tied at 1. Fans here at Veterans Stadium flashing their cell phones. Their Apple iPhone 16 Pro Maxes here in 1983. Niedenfuer will pitch. 1-1, strikeout 15, that is high. Gross, a 4-2. It's a fly out to center field. Landro's going to wind up getting to that. And that's out number 2. And here's Hayes. Hayes is 1 for 4, got a single. 2 outs, bottom of the 9th. I do not use ghost runners in the postseason. Don't have to worry about seeing those. Niedenfuer will pitch. Niedenfuer, 6-4. That's an automatic out. It's going to be a fly ball to left field. Getting under that's going to be Baker. Makes the catch. And we've got free baseball. Free baseball. Free baseball here. Get your free baseball. We go to the top of the 10th. Steve Yeager leads off for the Dodgers. Phillies got to go to the bullpen. And they're going to go with their best pitcher to start this, to start it off. And they're going to go with Al Holland. Holland has 2 saves. He's 0-1. He's 0-1 with 2 saves. So Carlton's going to get a no decision. So I make him 0-1. So here comes Holland. And he will pitch and see how long he can stay out there. So here's Al Holland to pitch for the Phillies. Steve Yeager will lead off. He is 1 for 3. Top of the 10th, tied at 1. This could be a key game here before heading back to Dodger Stadium. Holland with the pitch. 5-6 against the righty. It's an automatic. Out. It's a fly out to right. Getting there will be Hayes. And he makes the catch for out number 1. Here's Russell. Russell is 2 for 3 tonight. He's got 2 singles. Holland will pitch. 6-6. Strikeout 9. That just missed. Russell. 4-6. And that's a fly out to left. That'll be Matthews getting to that. That's out number 2. And now a pinch hitter coming in for Niedenfuhr. As he is tired anyway. And coming on to pinch hit for the Dodgers is going to be Darryl Thomas. 250 average, 2 homers, 8 RBIs for the Dodgers in 83. So Darryl Thomas will go up against Holland here. Pitcher spot for the Dodgers is 0 for 3. Holland will deal with Thomas. 2 outs, top of the 10th. Holland will pitch. Holland, 1-6 against the switch right. It's an automatic. Out. It'll be a fly ball to left field. Gary Matthews will get to it. And that retires the side. Nothing across for the Dodgers. We go to the bottom of the 10th inning. Now it becomes a bullpen game. Pete Rose leads off for the Phillies. And the Dodgers got to go to the bullpen. And they're going to go ahead and bring out Pat Zachary. 6 wins, a loss, 2.49 ERA in 83. Zachary does have a hold in this postseason. So Zachary coming on to pitch. And he will now pitch. He can pitch to 6 batters before he tires. Here's Charlie Hustle. Bottom of the 10th inning. Pat Zachary in that trade for Tom Seaver. Worst ever trade in baseball history. Zachary will pitch. Zachary 1-1. Pitcher result. Switch left. A 1-5 is a single. The 18 is a blank. Rose 1-1. That's a ground out to second base. That'll be handled by Sachs. And that's out number 1. Here comes Morgan. Morgan is 1 for 3, a single and a walk. Zachary sets up against Morgan. And 2-2, range play. Morgan, 2-3, ground ball, second base. The ball is hit to Sachs. His range is a 2, and no, that'll be a base hit. And the winning run is on. Morgan will get a single. Sachs couldn't get to it. And now here is Michael Jack Schmidt. Schmidt is 1 for 4, a single in the ball game. He's the only Philly with a home run in this playoff so far. Bottom of the 10th, tied at 1. The fans here at the Vet are going crazy. They know Schmidt can very much win this game with a swing. Morgan on its second. Strategy roll at first. 18. Morgan does not get the steal sign. That would have been huge. So he's going to stay at first. Zachary will go ahead and sets up. He gets the sign from Yeager. Zachary deals. 1-1. Pitcher result against the righty. 1-17 is a base hit past the pitcher. That's a 4. It's a single. Morgan does not have the speed. He'll hold at second base. And now the winning run is in scoring position. Big time hit for Schmidt. And now can Matthews do it? Matthews is 1 for 4. We've gone into extra innings a number of times. I don't think we've ever gotten past the 10th. Morgan on at second, Schmidt on at first. Zachary will deal with Matthews. Matthews is 1 for 4. 1 out. Fans here at Veterans Stadium are loud. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 5. Morgan stays where he is. Zachary gets the sign from Yeager. Matthews awaiting the pitch. Here it comes. Zachary, 6-2. Home run chance. Righty, 1-4. The 11 is too high. Matthews will swing. 1-6. And it's a ground ball to third. Where was it hit to? That is hit right at the line. That is hit down the line. If double play or force, it would go 5-3. So it's hit at the line. Double play rating of 2, and with the infield playing a double play depth 3. So a 1-3, it's a 5-3 double play. No, Morgan is going to be out at third base. They'll get the force out. Schmidt goes to second. Matthews to first. 2 down. It is a force. So that goes as a fielder's choice. 2 outs. And now here's Maddox. Maddox is 1 for 4 with a single. Schmidt on at second. His speed isn't too bad. Bottom of the 10th, tied at 1. Fans again hoping that Maddox can get it done now. Zachary settling in. Maddox is 1 for 4. Strategy. Nothing on the 16. Zachary will now concentrate on Maddox. 1-3. Strikeout 8. Cold strike 3 on Maddox. We got more baseball. Maddox is a 6 plus 3 is a 9. That is an 8. And we've got more baseball coming out. Struck them out. No runs, 2 hits. And we're going to the 11th. Top of the 11th inning. Al Holland can still pitch to 3 more batters before he tires. Steve Sachs leads off for the Dodgers. He's 1 for 4. Holland will go ahead and pitch. RJL cries. Yeah, I know, right? Holland will pitch. Holland, 5-1 against the righty. It's an automatic. Out. And that's going to be a fly to right. Von Hayes will get to it. And that's out number 1. Next up is Landro. Landro is 0 for 3 with a walk. Holland will deal with Landro. Pitch coming. Holland, 1-3. Wild pitch. It's a blank. Landro, 3-6. Grounds it to first base. Charlie Hustle will get to it. He'll take it to the bag himself. 2 down. And here's Baker. Baker is 0 for 2, but he's walked twice. Holland will go ahead and pitch. Holland, 6-2. That's at the park. We have not gotten to Veterans Stadium a lot in this game. Veterans Stadium, 2-6, and it's a blank. We'll have a rare play with bases empty at the park. And it's a 24. Hitter fouls one off his foot. Injury check for hitter. Ouch. So Dusty Baker fouls one off his foot. And let's see if he's hurt. His injury rating is a 1. So according to the injury rate, a 1 or a 2, he's fine. That is a 6. Uh-oh. That means re-roll on number 2. So again, now Baker, only a 1 keeps him in the game. That's a 5, and that's going to be game plus 2d6. Oh, boy. We have our first injury in this postseason, and Baker's going to be out for this game plus 5 more. He is out for the rest of the NLCS. We have our first injury. Dusty Baker is done for the rest of the series. He can come back in the World Series. I'm taking him out for the rest of the NLCS. And we're going to have a pinch hitter for Baker. He is out. So Baker coming out of the game, and he is done for the rest of the series. And I'm going to bring out Rick Monday to take his place, and he'll take over in left field for now. So timeout for substitution, as the Dodgers just lost Dusty Baker for the rest of the NLCS. Monday is left field, 310 plus 2. 310 plus 2. So we got to make a change here. So left field, there's minus 120 now. So minus 1 plus 20. So Dusty Baker, no, I hadn't had any injuries in Fall Classic. This is the first injury of the postseason. So Dusty Baker is out. So now I got to redo the lineup a little bit for the Dodgers for the rest of this series, which I usually do if that does happen. So Rick Monday is going to now take over in left field. He'll probably be in this. He'll probably be taking over for a while. So here's Monday, as Dusty Baker is done for the NLCS, but he can return for the World Series. So Holland will now pitch to Monday. 2 outs, top of the 11th. Holland will go ahead and pitch. Holland, 4-3. Home run result against the lefty. Monday needs a 14, and that's a 16. Wow, Monday just missed being a hero by that much. Monday, 6-6. He hits a hard line drive to short. Pow! Gloved by DeJesus. And the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the Dodgers. Dusty Baker out for the rest of the NLCS. And we go to the bottom of the 11th. Bo Diaz leads off for the Phillies. Zachary can pitch to one more batter before he tires. And they're going to let him pitch. Or did he just take over in second base? No, Zachary's got time. Zachary has... No, Zachary can pitch to one more batter. That's right. So Zachary will pitch to Diaz here. Bottom of the 11, tied at 1. Peter Tort joins us here at Veterans Stadium. Zachary will pitch to Diaz. Bottom of the 11, tied at 1. Diaz is 0 for 4, but he's reached on an error. Zachary will deal. Zachary, 5-4 against a righty. Strikeout. That's too high. Diaz, 1-4. Base hit left field. Diaz, the winning run is on first. Diaz gets a single. And now the batter is DeJesus. Zachary is now tired. They're going to let him pitch to DeJesus. Diaz on it first. Winning run on base. Strategy rolls are still active. That's a 20. Zachary fires to first, and no, Diaz just got back. Zachary almost committed an error. Now Zachary will pitch to DeJesus. Nobody out, bottom of the 11th. Zachary, 5-3, strikeout, no. DeJesus, 5-5, and it's a hard line out to short. Line drive to short. Diaz will be out on he will be doubled off on a 1. No, he gets back. 1 out. So line out. We'll see a pinch hitter for Al Holland as he's going to come out of the game. He was tired anyway. And coming on to pitch back for the Phillies will be Joe LaFay. 306 average, 8 homers, 39 RBIs. Joe LaFay will now come off the bench to try to maybe win the game. Pitcher spot for the Phillies is 2 for 4. 1 out, bottom of the 11th. Dodgers lead this NLCS 1-0. Zachary will now pitch to LaFay. Zachary, they're taking him out. Zachary's going to come out of the game. LaFay does a little worse against lefties. And coming on to pitch for the Dodgers is going to be Rick Honeycutt. Rick Honeycutt started the season with the Texas Rangers in '83, wound up on the Dodgers later. More of a starter, but this is extra innings. I can pretty much bring in anybody. So Rick Honeycutt will pitch for the Dodgers here against LaFay. Rick Honeycutt does not have an appearance in this postseason. He has one here. So Honeycutt trying to come in here and keep it where it is. Diaz on first. 1 out, bottom of the 11th. Rick Honeycutt will now pitch to LaFay. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 12. Honeycutt will deal. Honeycutt, 4-6 against the lefty. It's an automatic out. And that's going to be a ground ball to second base. 3-3-4. Shortstop pivot. Russell -1. A 1-3. They're out of it. No. Diaz thrown out at second. LaFay takes first. That's out number 2. Two outs. As he grounds out on the fielder's choice. And now with 2 away, here's Hayes. Hayes is 1 for 5. 2 outs now, bottom of the 11th. LaFay on at first. Honeycutt trying to keep it where it is. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 19. Honeycutt will deal. Honeycutt, 3-6 range play. Hayes, 4-3. It's a fly ball to center field. Going after that is Kenny Landreau. Landreau wasn't too bad. His range is a 3. And he's got it. And we got more free baseball. No runs and a hit for the Phillies. And we're going to the 12th. On to the top of the 12th inning, tied at 1. Pedro Guerrero leads off for the Dodgers. Guerrero is 0 for 4. Phillies need a pitcher. No, only got to go to work. Phillies need a pitcher, and they're going to go with Ron Reed. Ron Reed, 9 wins, a loss, 8 saves, a 3.48 ERA. In 1983, Reed does not have any stats in the postseason, but I know he's made appearances. So Ron Reed coming on to pitch against Guerrero as Phoenix Knight joins us here at Veterans Stadium. Top of the 12th, tied at 1. Dusty Baker out for the rest of the NLCS. Reed will go ahead and pitch. Reed, 6-2 against a righty, walk. Ball 4, Reed can't believe it. Guerrero's a 14 plus 1 is a 15. That's a 15, and the go-ahead run is on first. Walk by Reed. He had 20 of them in 83, not many. And now the batter is Brock. Brock is 0 for 3 with a walk. Guerrero had 23 steals, and he gets the steal sign. 15-0, Diaz a -1, a 1-14. Do we send him? Do we send Guerrero on a 1-14 to steal second? Brock, however, has very good home run power. Do we send Guerrero? Vega says yes. Guerrero on his way. A 1-14. He is safe. And he's out. One down. The Evo Darth 20 strikes again. A perfect strike from Bo Diaz. And Guerrero is gunned down at second base. Wasn't even close. Out by 5 feet. Now Brock will bat with the bases empty. 0 for 3 with a walk. 1 out, top of the 12th. Reed, he can pitch to 7 batters. Reed will pitch. Reed, 1-3, hit by pitch. No. Brock, 4-4, grounder right back to the pitcher. Reed will go ahead and take care of that, and he'll throw it to first, out number 2. And now here's Marshall. Marshall is 0 for 4. Reed will pitch to Marshall. Pitch coming. Reed, 2-2. It's a blank. Marshall, 1-1. Line drive to short, right to De Jesus. Pow. Inning over. Nothing across except a walk and a caught stealing. We go to the bottom of the 12th. Pete Rose leads off for the Phillies. Rick Honeycutt's going to pitch another inning. He can only pitch to 4 batters before he gets tired, but he's going to stay out there. He can pitch to 2 more. Rose is 2 for 5 with 2 singles. Bottom of the 12th inning. Rick Honeycutt going here for the Dodgers. Rose will set up. Honeycutt will pitch. 2-2 against the switch right. It's a blank. Rose, 2-1. Fly ball to left field. And Rick Monday's going to go ahead and get that. And that's out number 1. Here's Morgan. Morgan is 2 for 4, 2 singles and a walk. Honeycutt will deal with Morgan. Honeycutt, 1-6 against the lefty. It's an automatic. Out. It's a fly out to center field. Landro will get to that. And that's out number 2. Now here is Michael Jack Schmidt. Honeycutt is tired. They say go get him. Schmidt at the plate. He is 2 for 5, 2 singles. If there's one guy you want to try to end the game, that's him. Honeycutt looking in on Schmidt. Fans here getting excited, hoping Schmidt can do the job. Honeycutt looks in on Schmidt. The fans here at Veterans Stadium flashing their iPhones. Here in 1983. Here comes the pitch. Honeycutt, 4-1, possible error. Schmidt, 2-1. It's a ground ball to short. The ball is hit to Russell. His error rating is a 9. That's a 4. It's an error. That's going to be an E6 on Russell. Second error on the Dodgers in the ball game. Looks like Russell took it on a bad hop, and it came out of his glove, and the winning run is at first. But now here's Matthews. Matthews is 1 for 5, got a single. And is that going to be it for Honeycutt? I don't think so. They're going to let him pitch. Honeycutt due to bat third. I would mention the Dodgers do not have a big bullpen. They did not have a large bullpen in 1983. I actually have to use these pitchers as much as I can. I do not bring in any starters unless, of course, all the relievers have been used. The Dodgers do not have a large bullpen in 1983. You may want to check that. I'm not lying. Schmidt on it first. Matthews will go up against Honeycutt. Fans here hoping at vet that Matthews can come through. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 17. Honeycutt will pitch. Honeycutt, 2-6 against the righty. It's a blank. Matthews, 5-3. And Matthews hits one into center field. That's going to be a double. Will it score Schmidt? runner 3. Double to center field +1. Schmidt rounding third. Matthews on at second. Schmidt coming home. A 1-4. Schmidt is safe. It's a 6. You got to be kidding me. Center field, Landro's going to go ahead and throw that ball in. He has a +1 arm. A 1-3, there'll be a play. It is a 1. There's a play at the plate. Schmidt coming in. Schmidt will be safe on a 2. Schmidt will be safe on a, let's see here. He'll be safe on a 1 or a 6. A 2-5, Schmidt is out. Does Schmidt score? Yes, he does. The throw is going to be late. Schmidt's going to score. That's your game. The Phillies win it in 12 innings, 2-1. Lead runner advances. Ball is cut off, and that will do it. Schmidt scores. Phillies win the game. Stadium cheers. Yay! RBI double by Gary Matthews. A huge error by Bill Russell allows Schmidt to reach. Matthews hits a big-time RBI double. A heck of a throw by Ken Landro, but it's not going to do it. The play was right there. Schmidt is called safe, and it's a 2-1 win for the Phillies. Definitely a Game of the Year candidate. They go ahead, and Mike Schmidt will go ahead and get the winning run. It's a 6, and there was a play at the plate, and I rolled a 1. A 1 says lead runner advances, ball caught off, and the trailing run is thrown out. According to Chris, it doesn't matter. The lead runner still scores, even if, no matter what. And Schmidt comes around and scores all the way from first, and the Phillies win it 2-1. Final line score coming up. 1 run, 1 hit, and 1 error. For the Phillies, 2 runs, 13 hits, 1 error. For the Dodgers, 1 run, only 4 hits, and 2 errors, including a huge one in the 12th. The winning pitcher is Ron Reed. He's going to get the win. He's going to go to 1-0 in the postseason. Rick Honeycutt takes a very tough loss. He'll drop to 0-1 in the postseason. No holds or saves. So the Phillies go ahead and get the win here tonight. A 2-1 victory. This series is tied. Heading to Dodger Stadium. Tomorrow night, Game 2 of the American League Championship Series. It'll be Fall Classic between the Detroit Tigers and the Chicago White Sox. Glenn Abbott will be going for the Tigers. Floyd Bannister will be going for the White Sox. White Sox lead that series 1-0. So I know for a fact you guys aren't going to miss that one tomorrow night. ALCS Game 2, Tigers and White Sox. Be there or be square. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out the turnstiles. I think this game deserved it. Subscribe if you've not done so. Make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. The Philadelphia Phillies pull it out of their ass, and they win it tonight in 12 innings, 2-1. This National League Championship Series is tied 1-1.